Welcome to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT. You can refer to me as Miss T. Y'all see the thumbnail. We're going to talk about old Keshawn today. Mr. Keshawn Davis. All good stuff, all good stuff. But y'all know we're going to talk about that and a couple other things. But y'all know the drill. First, let's turn to Welcome back to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT. You can refer to me as Miss T. So y'all know how when I get into the top of my hour, water check. Y'all know that here at Boxing Fans Talk TV, we advocate that everybody drink at least 100 ounces of water. You can bump it on up to a gallon of water. That's just 28 ounces more. And every adult, to be real, should drink a gallon of water a day, or should be able to. Hell, I would even say a 16-year-old. But just to be on the safe side, just to give you an obtainable goal, we say at least 100 ounces. We know the formula is half your body weight in ounces of water, but come on now, let's be realistic. If somebody weighs 400 pounds, they're not gonna drink 200 ounces of water. So that's why I say we just cap it off at 100. Even at 100, that's doing a lot. That's doing something. But a lot of us drink like maybe a bottle of water, maybe 8 ounces of water per day. You gotta uptake that. You gotta get them numbers a little bit higher. Even though, yes, you're gonna see instant change, and it's gonna be a knowing change because you're gonna be going to the bathroom a lot, but that it don't last long like that. It levels out. However your normal level off is, your body will result to that, after it gets used to drinking water. But don't let that stop you from uptaking your water, the amount that is. 100 ounces, 100 ounces. We say that if you can't drink some water, like, several bottles of water and everything, then why don't you just try 2 times a day? Like the 2 times of the day that you must drink it. First thing in the morning, before your toes hit the ground, before you get in your morning routine, you should drink at least 8 ounces of water. It should be on your nightstand waiting for you. Here at Boxing Fans Talk TV, we also advocate that people buy them a little mini fridge to put in their room. It ain't going to break your electricity. It ain't going to be like you think. I keep grapes, fruits, Like I always buy mixed fruit bowls and all that stuff, and I'll eat on them. But you get full real quick. I told you when you eating fruit, you get full real quick. I don't know if y'all heard me snap. That means that's to simulate fastness, um, or imitate fastness. But yeah, you get full quick, and then where you gonna put your fruit? I like my fruit cold. I don't know about you guys, but I do. I put my oranges, apple, I put everything in the refrigerator. So I use it for that. I keep water, drinks. I even share it like with my daughter, whoever else in the house. They can store their little drinks in my room. And that's how we keep nice, cold, refreshing drinks, upstairs. Instead of making that trek downstairs and then you get to the kitchen, because I don't know if any of you like me, you start being like, well, I'm down here. Start opening up cabinets and turning microwaves and ovens on. You know what I'm saying? So to bypass all that, to make sure I don't fall for that, I just keep a fridge in my room. But like I said before, the morning routine, think of your body as an engine and the water is the lube. And you need lube for these moving parts, because a lot of things are being moved around. You're gonna excrete some bad toxins or bad juju from the day before. You know what I'm saying? The other time is at night before you go down for your final rest. At night, your final sleep. That is, I hate to say it like that. Final rest before you go down for your final sleep at night. Not a cat nap, but a deep sleep. Go on and drink you some water, because a lot of reads are going on. You got revamping, recharging, rebooting, recleaning every day. This happens every day. And fun fact: 900 to 1,000 calories you burn only in a deep sleep. You can't get that in a regular workout. So it's a lot of stuff going on. But the American Heart Association agrees that you should drink 8 ounces of water before you go to sleep. So please stay up on your water. I know summer is gone. It's starting to cool off in a lot of places. If I could feel it down here in Georgia, then I know everywhere else is cooling down too. But regardless, summer, winter, spring, and fall, you need to drink plenty of water. And y'all know at the top of my hour, that's what I advocate. We're going to do a little housekeeping now. Please hit that like and share and subscribe button in my humblest voice ever. If you already hit the subscribe, don't hit it no more. You already locked in. Don't double tap that. Hit it once and for all. And but if you've never been here before, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're watching me on replay, hit the like and share. Leave a comment in English. If you got any questions about anything that I've said here or on my health show, then y'all can reach me at boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. That's boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. I try to get back at you real quick. Thank you all for any cash apps that you ever send me. It's on the side of the page. If you're looking at the right, that green $sign, Boxing Fans Talk TV. That's Boxing Fans Talk TV. Thanking you guys in advance, because sometimes you send me cash apps and I don't even notice it till I'm been off the air for like 2-3 hours. I'm like, oh, so and so sent me a cash app. And then the trick is, can I remember to say it the next day? So I'm gonna just start thanking people in advance right off the top of the hour. And no matter what the thumbnails say, I come on Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me welcome to the building. Ray New Salters is in the house. What's poppin', King? He said, I eat fruit every day, Miss T, and I don't share with nobody. I feel you, boy. Don't touch my grapes. I keep buying pineapple chunks. And I be thinking I'm going to turn them things up, but they so bitter a little bit. I can't eat a lot of them. My eyes think that I can. That's why I buy them. But I be like, man, I can't eat a lot of them. So I'm going to have to buy the smallest container of pineapple chunks and leave it at that, because it doesn't, you can mix it sometimes, but in the juicer to add to your juice. But because it's so stringy, it doesn't always mix well. But I tell you what do mix well. Oh my goodness. If you think the core, the center part of the pineapple, that hard core, that like a husk almost, if you think that that's worthless, don't think that. Run that thing through a juicer. And it goes through the juicer real good, maybe because it's so tough, whereas the outer layers are more stringy. You talking about some kind of good. And y'all don't mind me, because I think I made an error. Look, I was doing my facial. I do my own facials like a couple of times a week. And I ain't no big time, face person, but I do a mask on my face a couple of times a week. At the minimum, 2 times a week. At the max, 4 times a week. But I love it. I love it, right? So I was doing it today, and I was making sure it's dry. And before you know, I had to run over here and get on the show. But I still got the mask on. And I'm like, Lord, please don't let this thing be stuck. Because I ain't going to be peeling it all through the show, because I got a charcoal mask. And I like them charcoal masks because they be getting in the nooks and the crannies. Ray News said, and salute to you too, Queen. But yeah, so y'all saw the thumbnail. Keshawn Davis, he's standing on 10 toes, saying, talking his shit and swallowing spit. When I first heard it, I wanted to wait and see who gonna clap back, because I didn't even see who clapped at him the first time. So I said I must have missed it, but not sure what set him off. But he kept saying he just 6'0". Why is folks worrying about him? But he will address it though. He might not start the shit, but he like, when I like it. He's like, I might not start it. I'm putting my own words into it, but I'm damn sure gonna finish it. I'm like, hey, that dude sound like a straight motherfucking Virginian. Cause my sentiments exactly. I'm not mad at Keshawn, because I was listening very carefully with what he was saying, and it was a lot of truth. He was like, I don't hardly come on here and talk negative about anybody, which for the most part, I gotta say that was true, because I would never associate negative talking with him. Never really seen him. He's always smiling and always seeming like he in a good little mood. I always call him my little nugget. He's just so cute. Like, again, Keshawn, nothing against you. I know y'all, man. But all of y'all guys who are like in y'all early 20s, you're still like little boys to me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see you. Don't get mad at me. Stay young forever. But, so when I say little boy, little nugget, that's what I'm saying. To me, I know he's a grown man. But he don't never seem mad or anything. He was a little braggadocious in this video. Let me see. I hope it ain't knock it out. I hope my thing didn't get knocked out. I don't know. I'm gonna play some snippets of the video, and just so y'all can. I don't know if I'm supposed to, or if I can, or whatever. But y'all see that. Tell me if y'all can hear it or whatever. So I'm gonna start from here, and then I'm gonna be cutting it off, explaining what I think, because I don't want to play the whole video. Shout out to Fight Hypes. This is for educational purposes only. And so let me take this off. Reginald Bell is look, I said Reginald Bell, my bad. Reginald Peters is in the building. What's popping, King? He said, hey, Miss T. So y'all check this video out. Y'all probably already saw it, but check it out. Y'all see his eyes? That's how I knew he was serious. Y'all see his eyes? I mean, check out his eyes. I know that look. That nigga danger. Here you go again. Look at his eyes. Mm. He said nothing. Mm. Just look at his eyes. Mm. Virginia's finest. So y'all hear that shit, right? I'm trying to put it on different times where I was like, damn, yeah, I gotta play this. So hold on, let me find it. Y'all look at his eyes, man. Like he's serious as a heart attack. Look. Put it right there. Okay. Mm-hmm. Kiss. Oh shit. Oh shit. The clout of it all. Ryan Garcia, bitch. Mm-hmm. I told y'all done a dude like you riding on their name. Mm. Look, you see his eyes? I'm telling y'all this nigga serious. He from Norfolk area, but he ain't never say like specifically. If he from Norfolk, that's dangerous right there. But if he from motherfucking Newport News, oh my god, y'all don't know who you fucking with. Tell him, Keshawn. Mm. Mm. Y'all hear that? You hear that, right? So I'm like sitting there like, uh. and my Quentin Bradley voice, I'd be like, like what the fuck is going on? Let me see if I can stop that screen. Oh damn, we had folks come through. All right. Reginald say it's great for boxing. It's social media era now. Yeah. He said can't hear it, Missy. Oh, you can't? How you ain't hear it? Did anybody else not hear it? I was playing it. It should have been heard. He said meth eyes. Come on, Shotty. Watch your mouth, Reginald. My favorite. But what's up, General Big Fish? What's poppin', King? This dude said meth eyes. Come on, Shawty. You know that ain't. Now that's cold. That's cold, Reginald. He said no. I know, Big Fish. Reginald tried to start shit. He said meth eyes. Come on, Shawty. You know damn well Keshawn ain't on that shit. But I want to share this. Okay, look. So as I started it, I said, I don't know where it came from. I must have missed it. But I'm going to play this. This is not my content. It's for educational purposes only. YouTube. So I'm not even going to play the sound. But y'all read it as fast as y'all can. But this is where it has started from, I think. Look. Top Rank said Keshawn is best finisher in the sport. The fuck is this shit? That's Rolly, right? That's Rolly saying that. The fuck is this shit? Then Keshawn said, they say I'm the best prospect finisher. I already had you scared once. Don't make me. Knock some more screws out your ass. You know, that was Keshawn talking to Rolly. Then Rolly came back. I got a great business model for the businessman because his boxing career ain't going anywhere. He can start an OnlyFans and stick his blank up his ass. We already see him blowing kisses and sticking tongue out or something. ESPN trying to so hard to use me to promote their fighter because they can't sell his ugly ass. See, Rolly got to stop saying this shit right here. Ugly ass, calling everybody ugly. Come on, bro. Keshawn is far from it. He said the motherfucker's trying to do the exact same shit Spence tried. Like, motherfucker, I will fight Spence. I don't give a fuck. And that's how that's how a lot of people feel. But that was Rolly. Rolly saying this, motherfucker, I just fought Tank. And I'm trying to get that fight again because I was so clearly winning and got hit by a lucky shot. But Rolly, you're going to keep losing because you're going to keep being like, you're going to keep giving that lucky shot to anybody who can really, really box. So that's the whole point. But that's how all that shit started. Let me just stop there. Because it don't matter like the back and forth, but that's where it started. Because I was like, Keshawn, where you coming from with this? You know what I'm saying? But and then General Big Fish said, nope, meant couldn't hear. Oh, damn. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all, listen, it's on Fight Hype. Go back and watch the video. I'm so sorry. I don't know why it's not working. But I can hear it on my side. But go watch it at Fight Hype. And you'll be able to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I did. I'll check and see later if it works, if my thing is working or not. But basically, he was just talking about everybody. Oh, that was good footage, too. Damn, let me see. I wish y'all heard it. But hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. So let me go back to... let me see if I can put it back up. Y'all should have heard that. Damn. I'm going to see if I can replay it. Let me see. Okay. Let me go backwards. I don't know what the hell happened. Hold up. Nope. I know y'all heard that. I don't know what's going on. That ain't good. Shit, hold on. Hey, Ray. Hold on. All right, y'all. I was just informed. I kind of knew, but we in a tropical storm. The hurricane supposed to be coming through us too. So I think I got all my stuff I need. But hold on, let me try to fix it so y'all can hear, and y'all tell me if y'all hear it. And I just played a little bit. Okay. Hold up. So I think it was on mute. So let me because I want y'all to hear this stuff. You know, y'all probably already heard it. So, but just in case, all right, here we go. Y'all listen. Y'all can hear that? So he was saying that was his thing to Earl. Let me see. Go to this. Look. Let me go back a little bit. He's so hype. He keeps saying stuff. He keep repeating himself. Look at his eyes. Tell him again. Nothing. Rhoda said, if you think I'm soft, then squeeze me. Speak Virginia. 19. So, well, I can hear the Virginia coming out his ass. I can hear the Virginia coming out his ass. But look, y'all, we might not be here tomorrow. I don't know whether we're going to have power or not. They calling for some hellacious storms. It's hurricane season. You know, I'm used to hurricane season. It ain't phasing me. But I'm used to it. But I pray everybody be okay and all that. They saying this thing going to be a monster. But we'll see. He said he talks shit and swallows spit. Kids. Y'all hear that? Me? The kids of it all. That's a good point. That's a good point. He said, y'all tripping. Yeah. He cracking me up because I can see it in him. I can see, you know, he say he not mad. And you know what? Let me just clear the air with that one. If you're a living, breathing thing, it's normal for you to have emotions. What's not normal is for people to be overly emotional. Now that shit would irritate anybody. Like you just overly emotional about everything. Like nobody like that shit. But to be emotional because he felt it necessary to say several times, I ain't mad. But if you mad, just say you mad. If you bitter, say you bitter. Now don't be sitting over here boo-hoo and ha and crying and shit over simple shit to the point that you can't handle business. That's when emotions affect you adversely, and there's no call for that. I don't like that shit either. But if you mad, say you mad. I can hear it in his voice. Like he just reminded me of home. But okay, let me play this. Mm. 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 Who was he talking about right there? I don't know. Y'all tell me. Now I would say I agree with him. Because for the longest that he's been out, he's always seemed like a person who was well mannered and in a good mood, to me. And when I saw this clip, I was like, what is on? Who pissed to his Cheerios? And I'm going to hold off and wait to see what claps back. Because I didn't know how he got into that zone in the first place. Like, Martin King Boxing is in the building. What's poppin', King? He said, evening, Queen Boxing Fans Talk TV. He said, no sound. Hold on, y'all. Hold on now. Hold on. Damn. Everybody saying no sound. Y'all can't hear me talk? Can y'all hear me talk? Ooh. Hold up. Can y'all hear me talk? Can y'all hear me now? Because I hear me. I hear. Hello. Hello? It did go out. Testing. Can you hear me? Damn, y'all. My bad. I'm not going to play that video. Go to Fight Hype and look at it. Damn. It was some good info on that joint. He was talking about Earl. He talked about Rolly. And he talked about Frank Martin. Can y'all hear me still? I don't know what's going on, but can y'all hear me still? He said at YT. No volume is C. Peace, bro. His Monica said peace. We hear you, but audio was not on for Keshawn. Oh, okay. Go back and watch the tape. Y'all, is that Fight Hype? If you put up Fight Hype, he should be one of the first people to come up. Not the video. Let's see. We can hear you. Oh, okay. I thought it was the video. Y'all heard me. I'll do that shit. But he was talking mad shit, man. I'm mad that the video didn't work. I was trying to figure out what set him off. He was like, basically, folks want to talk about him and shit. So now he want to talk shit. He want y'all to know he not mad. He ain't mad. But as I say, you got emotions for a reason. Now, what's abnormal is for you not to have emotions. I don't want to meet, hang with, or even talk with anybody who don't have emotion, because emotions, because somebody like that is they won't have remorse. And those are the kind of people you gotta run. Like run. Top speed away. Those are crazy ass motherfuckers. you don't want to chop it up with them. So it's okay to be like, yo, I'm mad because I don't even fuck with y'all. I get what he's saying. I'm not even saying nothing. I'm trying to be positive. Every time I come on, I'm smiling. I'm being the cute little nugget that I am. And y'all, I know he a grown man, as I said before, y'all, but, to me, it's like a little boy. See, I don't, look, my computer doing what it want to do. It's possessed, because I took that out. I don't watch them. I saw a video and saw a Twitter situation. Yeah, but that was some bold shit he was saying though. He was talking about all of them. I wonder who he talking about with the father. Like I'll say something to your daddy and you. Who is he talking about? Y'all saw him at the fight at the end of the Shakur fight, urging Shakur to say something, called Devin by name. Y'all saw that too. Shakur, oh boy, ain't no joke. He from Newport News, probably. I know he say he from Norfolk, but I'm like, is he from Newport News? Well, we in Virginia called Bad News. Bad News, Virginia. Y'all ever been there? Go to Bad News. You be trying to get up out of there. Bad News ain't no joke. It look nice during the daytime too. Ooh, when the street lights come on. Monty King said, put it like this. Devin Haney had a hissy fit. Did he now? So he was I didn't know who he was talking about when he said daddy. I was like, oh shit, But he was like, look, I'm forever being positive. And you gotta admit, he ain't lying. That part he ain't lying, because I was like, that's why I was such a shock when I seen the video. And I said, I'm gonna sit back and wait and see what come of this, because I don't really know where that's coming from. And then when he said Earl, I'm assuming Earl did a tweet or something. I really don't know. Well, maybe Earl was talking about his boy Frank Martin or something. I don't know. But like I said he talking his shit. And he get back up his shit. It seemed like he ain't scared to fight none of them motherfuckers. But I'm going to tell you, I think if Devin had a hissy fit, I think it's because if y'all go back and watch the end of the fight, when Shakur Stevens had to give his interview, oh boy, Keshawn was in the background like, come on, just say his name. Just, he probably saying something to the effect of, it's like an inside convo that him and Shakur only knows. When they're around each other and they're hanging out, they probably just like, Devin is on the chopping block. They have enough respect for each other that they don't really say it out loud. When Devin behind closed doors, I'm sure Shakur name could get brought up and all that. Same thing. When they out in front, they got respect for each other. They don't want to say each other's name. But Keshawn, like, look, it's now or never. Stop pussyfooting around. Like that's kind of how you saw him. Like he was instigating, not in a negative way, but kind of like instigating Shakur to have the, I don't want to say courage, y'all, because I know Shakur got all the courage, but like just trying to be like, yo, dude, it's okay. Say his name. I'm like, what? Mona says Shakur Stevens got Haney shook. The best ranked fighters are at top rank, but Haney's starting to seem like he doesn't have to fight Shakur, and hence comes the hissy fit instead of just letting Key. He said, praise his buddy as a fan. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Keshawn basically saying, look, if I want to fight you, I'm going to fight you. And we're going to get it on. And he not going to pussyfoot around. He don't seem like the type that he going to pussyfoot around, mix words, and try to talk coy. He just going to be straight, flat at you. Like, look, let's get it on. I'm a champ, or you the champ. You got the straps. I need them straps. I need you to unadd some straps. So what we gonna do? I don't know what everybody else gonna do, but hey, the 135 division has now been fully shook up. It's fully shook up. Ow! Oh my God! I'm pulling this facial off right now. It's the mask, and I'm pulling hair out. Oh my god! I didn't know I had it on my hair. I gotta wash that out. That shit hurt just now. I don't know if y'all can hear it, y'all. Me pulling this mask out. Oh, I did the wrong thing. I learned my lesson. Do my facials way early or way after the show. But anyway, so I don't know. I ain't look Keshawn. I'm starting to like that boy even more and more and more. I like somebody who know what they talk about, and know what they can do, and just real confident in what they could do. I like fighters like that. But the part that had me cracking up was when he said these kids. I'm like the kids of it all. Did you just get in your 20s? What are you talking about, kids? Modern King Boxer says Shields and Haney don't want another boxer to seem better. So now it's time to fight instead of whining. Yeah. He said, I think the junior welterweight division is actually the hottest coming 2023. Ryan Garcia crying ain't help 135. I got Shakur Stevens getting all them belts once Devin Haney starts moving up. Yeah, listen, I got Shakur Stevens. No harm or disrespect to any of the 135 division. Even Ryan Garcia. Y'all know how I feel about him. No harm or disrespect to none of them. I got Shakur beating that whole division. Point blank, period. Whether Devin gives up the belts or keep them and fight them, as far as I'm concerned, he is the top dog. Ain't nobody beating him in 135. I would be highly shocked if that ever happens. Again, no harm or disrespect against Mr. Haney, because he is the premier. He's the alpha and the omega, as I said before. He is the numero uno. Oh, trust me, I ain't forgot. That's what he is. But he's that because he got the belts. If he mix it up with Shakur Stevens, you know who's another fighter that we could throw in the mix of somewhat Shakur Stevens and Devin Haney that don't have a lot of power? Like we all say that, but I think out the three, I think Shakur Stevens has the most power. But all of them do not have a lot of power. I'm not going to call them pillow fisted because I think they got pop, but I don't think they got power. And then Richardson Hitchens, you might as well throw him in there too, because that's another one with no power. But he the kind of boxer that will frustrate you, make you come out your game plan, annoy you to death, because he'll keep hitting, keep moving. You got to catch up with him. And if you're not hitting them back, you're going to get frustrated. You can get seriously hurt if you keep getting hit and not having the answer. That shit is draining mentally and physically. And that's how I think Richardson Hitchens, I think that's how he wins fights. So I think he had 135 as well. I can't remember, but that'd be some good matches because you got three like all-knowing boxing. Like Richardson Hitchens is a straight-up boxer. Good at what he do and executing what he's supposed to. He got no power to speak of, none. General Big Fish said this Davis cat gonna fall quickly. He talked too much shit. You talking about Keshawn Davis? I don't know, Big Fish. He normally don't. This is his first time out. But they were talking about him. I showed in the beginning, Big Fish, where the little, I let y'all read. I turned the sound off of that one for a reason. But I let y'all read the back and forth between Broly and him. And Keshawn didn't start that. Knowing Broly, he started that. But Keshawn let it be known, nigga, I'm not such and such over here. I don't turn the other cheek. XO, aka 2 Chainz, is in the building. What's poppin', King? Says salute, Queen T. That's the difference between the two, Big Fish. Keep waiting on Haney to fight Shakur then. At General Big Fish, the ultimate way for people to respect Haney more is not talking about fighting Keshawn or clout chasing. 135 is fight Loma Cristo or move up. Who's Cristo? Or move up or fight Shakur. That's a top ranked formula. Yeah, look, I want them to fight. They're gonna eventually fight. Do it now, get it over with. So I mean, I said on that. I know a lot of other people spoke about Keshawn. I just wanted to see because I I didn't know what set him off, and now I know it really wasn't him. And I ain't say it's nobody's fault. Rolly does that. That's how Rolly stay relevant, and that's how Rolly gets his opportunities by talking shit and swallowing spit. So I'm not even mad at Rolly and all that. But I will say, if you start something, if you open doors, then you can't be surprised with walk through. So that's all I can say with that one. So anywho, let me move on to the next story. Before that, I'm gonna drop the link. Let me see. I don't know. I can't get to the link. Let me see. Stop sharing. Oh damn. That thing be covering up my link button. Okay, anywho, apparently Tank and Ryan had a confrontation at a nightclub. And some of you guys might have heard about this. I didn't really hear about this the first, when it first came out. And I will say I'm a little late to that party. But I was like, what? Because I try not to read Ryan what the E-Thriller call him, Ryan Kardashian news at all. I don't try to read Ryan Garcia news here lately. But him and Tank had a confrontation. And Tank is giving up a little bit of more details on the issue or the situation. See, apparently Al Heyman himself had to tell Hank to leave old boy, little punk ass Ryan alone, according to Tank. And that's off of Ryan going to complain to his lawyer and everything about Tank. He said Tank grabbed him. What's up, Ronald? Hold on. Tank grabbed his chain in a nightclub, but Ryan walked up on him. But that's why I say he played too much. This is why I had a feeling I have about Ryan Garcia. I really don't think he should be boxing. I think he never really been pressed. He was good enough to win a couple of fights. He ain't no slouch. I ain't gonna say that, but I think he done. They put the cart before the horse. They paid this man. This man is a millionaire. He's probably worth over 10 million, and they ain't got really that much to do with his endorsements. He probably over 20 million with the endorsements. But before the endorsements came, this nigga was already in 2-digit millionaire status. So if anybody mad at, you should be mad at what's his name? Oscar De La Hoya and all them putting the cart before the horse. This is the problem with bigging up folks that don't deserve it. I'm almost done. Ronald, I'm gonna finish this up. But basically, he walked up on him, and he says, Ryan even says it. Tank even said he walked up on him in a nightclub. What makes Ryan think that him and Tank gonna be friendly? He's embarrassed Tank, called him out his name, talk shit, lied, used his name to sell his fights. I mean, come on now. Of course, Tank ain't gonna like you and shit. So my first question was, why you walk up on him? And folks seeing Ryan tell his story or his side, he looked when he was telling the story of what happened. There's people who commented and say he looked all choked up like he was about to cry. I ain't lying. This is what folks are saying. Ryan's way of doing stuff is not the typical way to manage your career in boxing. Although he counts as success because he has a lot of social media following, but I count it as failure because you're not being sincere to the fans, to the actual boxing fans. You're not doing what you say you claim you want to do, and you're using another man to sell your product, which is you. But Tank said, Al said, leave him alone. And at this point, Ryan should, and like I said, at this point, Ryan should leave. What you call him? But he has it wide open for him. He got money because they paid him well. He's popular on social media, and that's a testament to his looks or whatever. And he's getting all the girls he wants. He mowing down the bitches. I mean, what more do you want this man to want by doing absolutely nothing? And that's how it's gonna stay. But it's funny that you got scared and you ran to your daddy, and which is your lawyer. Well, you shouldn't have been playing with a grown man. But go ahead, Ron. I know you want to get in.
Oh, trust me, I want to get into this. How you doing today, Miss T? Boxing fans.
I'm good. How you been? Oh, damn, Ron. Hold on. What's going on? Okay, Ron. I don't know what's going on. You went out, back in. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, yeah. Go ahead, pop your collar.
Well, when I put that comment, I was saying 135 is the fight Loma Cristo. That's Lomachenko, meaning or move up or fight Shakur, like meaning Devin Haney. So he's got options. Like put it like this. Haney has options, but it's like put it like this. After Kambosos, that's the fight I want him to concentrate on. But like I don't feel like he should be talking about. Put it like this. Keshawn has a right to cheerlead for his friend. But I feel like Devin took it overboard a little bit, and then he caused the chain reaction. You see what I'm saying? Like, because I was looking at it on Twitter. God bless you.
Thank you.
I was looking at it on Twitter, and I was like, man, I even had to comment because I don't usually like to comment, and I'm like, yo, man, what's going on here? I'm like, y'all need to just chill. I was like, Haney, you need to be concentrating on Kambosos. That's what I was thinking, because he reminded me of Clarissa Shields when she worried about Jake Paul. Why are you in all these other people's conversations? If Keshawn wants to big up his boy and say, yeah, you know, Devin Haney's up there and Shakur coming for you, he has a right to say that as a fan. He's not even talking from a boxer's point of view. He's just talking about like, okay, Shakur moving up, and I think he's gonna go up there and deal with Devin. He even said it was like from a fan's perspective. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So Haney come back with this big talk, this super big talk. Like the dude don't have a right to speak his opinion. That's what's wrong with us as black people. Why would Devin?
Oh, I missed it. Do share with the channel what Haney exactly said, because I missed that.
Yeah, he said that. He said something as far as like whereas though he was like checking the young boy. He's like, you only 6-0, like, talking crazy. Then he said, like, what about you fighting me? Why you worried about Shakur fighting me? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what he said to Keshawn. But I think what really pissed him off was that the dad, Bill Haney, had said something before this about saying like them bitch dudes over there at Top Rank or something. You see what I'm saying? He called him like out his name. So that's when you see the escalation from Keshawn. Keshawn took it to another level. Whoa. He just basically went in on it. That was the ether to me. Keshawn ethered all of them. I feel like he ethered them. That was fire. That won't be forgotten. That's up there with like Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, like when they first saw each other. That's up there with that. Like that's something that's memorable. You're not gonna forget this moment yesterday. That's how much that was on Twitter and on Fight Hype. But I saw like the videos on Fight Hype, so I didn't actually watch Fight Hype, but I saw the videos on Fight Hype. I saw the videos on Twitter, and that's what I got out of it. Is that everybody started making videos about it. I can't make videos about that. But like as far as Gervonta Davis and my man Ryan Garcia, and they both like my mans because I'm in a medium middle with this. But guess what? This is why PBC is looking crazy. You have actually like people that can actually fight each other over on Top Rank, but you got Tank in the club taking somebody's chain from the hood. Like to me, that's not like legendary status because it's anybody y'all ain't even fighting for a belt. At least they fighting for belts over there, or they fighting for like status that means something.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan getting his chain taken and Tank being in the same place as him makes me think that's like just a bunch of nonsense. That's not something that's gonna make you famous.
Well, they didn't in the article I was reading. There was
Yeah.
nothing in there that conclusively said he took his chain. He said he grabbed it. He said, but I wasn't worried about it. We had all this security. But they never really clarified did Tank take it off? And if Tank did, I guess Tank saying, well, shit, nigga, I can't get your belt. Get you to take a chance and try to win a belt in the ring. Nobody can. Nobody with any clout. Well, I don't even like saying the word clout. Anybody with any substance is pressed about fighting Ryan to get him a chance to get a belt. Remember, Ryan's don't give a fuck about belts. Belts are nothing. They're meaningless. It's really about the prize, only because he ain't got no belt. But when he get his little, he had those them tomfoolery little belts, all them extra little belts that don't mean nothing. All it mean is you was gonna pay the sanctioning body some money. That's all it really mean. But it really didn't mean nothing in the whole grand scheme of things. Oh, he was touting that shit all over his social media. So Ryan, to me, I don't know what he was thinking. Why did you walk up on Tank? Like, and he says it. I came up on him to ask him, are we getting it on or not? But dude, you disrespected Tank for months. What makes you think that you can walk up on somebody like that? I mean, yes, you do supposed to challenge, opposition and act like you ready to get it in. You want all the smoke. There's a way to do it to keep it professional, but Ryan crossed that bridge a long time ago. What you think about that?
Well, they come from two different worlds because I understand like Ryan may be like walking up to him thinking it's just like, because when you say things, words are not supposed to hurt. So of course Ryan think if we fighting in the ring, then we swing at each other. He's not thinking like how Tank thinks, which he's from the inner city. He probably thinks like, if you come through my hood and it's dark out, I'm gonna do something to you, which is kind of stupid on his part, because that's the part that really gets you in trouble in the spotlight. Because like you said, it made it to an article. So I look at it like this. You see what I'm saying? Like, everybody has a right to whatever they do. But when you start like taking it from, instead of being in the ring, because you're not even going to talk to Floyd about making sure you get this fight, or nobody's being transparent. Everything is so oligarched up. I'm gonna call it oligarched out, because if I didn't even know that happened, I just heard it on your channel about them having a chain snatching incident. But to me, that just sounds like a bunch of like nonsense. I can't explain it no better than that. It's just a bunch of nonsense.
Well, it was nice. He think everything is a joke, and you didn't even clear that with him. I mean, it's okay to do all that stuff and play to the media and get it, be joking and stuff. But I know it's better not to tell your opponent that you really playing to the media, and because you want a truer reaction, or you maybe that person don't know how to play too. But you don't know this man, and you know that you've been lying about trying to face this man. We ain't put that on Tank. I ain't putting it on Tank. I ain't saying that Ryan don't got no skills, but y'all gotta know that every time he had a fight, he would call on people like, I want to fight this person next. So to the average person who don't know no better, let me tune in to him, see what he got. Because now I know about Tank. I don't really know about this guy. And that's all he was doing. Yeah. But you can't play with people. This what makes people like me, a fan, don't like him. I don't like his ass. Because I don't think he's a real boxer. I think he's scary. I think he's doing it for bravado, for pride, for ego. But he got everything he want. He can mow down any bitch he want. His type of women or whatever. He can he making babies. I mean, but he got the money to take care of his babies. He's already a millionaire from boxing. But I know a lot of people don't want to admit that, because it's gonna show that ugly side of boxing, how y'all favor this dude, and he
Yeah.
ain't accomplished shit in boxing.
Well,
Nothing.
they both got their signature punches. Like Ryan got the shot that, like, if you're not looking, he can hit you to the body, and next thing you know, you fold it over. And this looks like a very strong punch. My thing is if, like you said, he in the club and if Tank making him cry in the club, like how real of a fight is that to me? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you got one man who looked like he's intimidated, and then you got another man who's just like a Bronx Street bully. You see what I'm saying?
Or
So I'm a little
maybe he more
lost.
strong when there's people around. You know, you remember how when you was growing up, you always had that nigga that talk shit and be all strong when the teacher around, because you know it ain't could go but so far. You know, you want to show me you brave? Come out in this open field where ain't nobody watching. We
Oh
don't know
yeah,
how this thing gonna end. We don't know if one of us gonna die or not. That's when you can show me you brave. But
of course.
don't show me you brave when you got security moments away, so somebody can pull you off and it ain't really gonna get out of hand. And that's what Ryan said in Ryan's article. He said I wasn't worried too much about it because there was security all around. Nigga, what?
Yeah.
Nigga, who?
Yeah, that's the first I heard of that. So did that happen this Saturday, or when did that happen from the article?
Let me see. I don't know. I don't have that article in front of me right now. Hold on. Let me see if it's on my other page.
So they both in Vegas when this happens?
Boxing news. No.
Sounds like it.
It was, I don't know where I just read it. I just read it. So I was like, oh shit. You know, I just read it. But it's out there. It might be on the boxing. What is that? Shit. I just was right there. Let me see. It's a boxing news 24. That's where I get a lot of my information boxing scene, and I get my information. Like I just type in boxing news worldwide, and I just start picking certain articles. But this
Yeah,
one is pretty good, boxing news, because it's mostly accurate. I don't recall saying a lot of stuff and having to come back and retract. And I will, you guys. If I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. But
well,
you
I
know,
seen the video. Well, I kind of seen the video. He looked like he was crying in the video. Like that was on your
that's what
channel.
they said. See, I didn't even see that video, y'all. And see, he's saying the same shit that I read. They said when he was telling the story, he looked choked up, like he was almost in tears. So if Tank punked you and got in your head in the club, what you think gonna happen in this fight?
This would not be a topic I would chime in more if they, because the Keshawn Davis one was great today on you know on
On the channel, on a big channel, but they talk about this tomorrow. I'm not going to chime in because I just feel like they're not belts for one, and for two, I just feel like it's more like artificial than actually something that could transpire. Because I look at it like when you got all the guys on one, like put it like this: when you got Shakur moving up, and then you got Haney, who got the belts, and then you have the crop of 135-pound fighters at top rank. Because I don't feel like those are the guys that's vying for the belts. Because those belts over there, and if Haney do move up, I'm assuming that Bob Burnham is going to allow Shakur to fight him or somebody who they consider a top. Because he can't leave after he fight Kambosos. He got to fight one
No,
more fight.
he got one more fight. But Bob, like always, he want his stable to be champions. I'm sure, like PBC, like Matchroom, and anybody else, they want their stables of fighters to actually be champions. So he got one more fight that Bob can make a coin or two off of, and Bob gonna maximize that as much as he can, as he should. I mean, that's the contract that Devin signed. But if Devin, I'm sure that Bob wants somebody that's permanently in his stable, that's going to be there longer than Devin to get those belts. But it's up to Devin, and I'm not mad if Devin dropped the belts and go to 140 tomorrow. I wouldn't be mad. You know what I'm saying? Or right after the fight. You know, I'm done. You know, and I would not call it a duck or nothing because Devin had been struggling to make 135 or keep at 135. He's growing up. He has been struggling just like Shakur has been struggling. So, and according to Shakur, he said they both have always been in different weight classes. But if I'm saying in my country voice, motherfucking Shakur gets up to 135 and Devin, you still there, y'all need to see each other.
Exactly.
Fans need to see that fight.
You know what? And I think Andre Ward would probably co-sign stuff like that because you remember how like when I look at it like this, like the top rank formula to me is like a tournament in a sense because they got such a big stable that I think that people are going to be more tuned in to buying ESPN Plus. It's like a worldwide platform. So Bob is not going to sit there and play with these guys. I think he's going to pit them against each other. Like whether it's Shakur fight somebody like on a lower level than Devin Haney from the beginning. Put it like this. I just feel like they ain't got a choice but to meet eventually. And I think that platform is going to flourish more at this point.
Let me say this.
140 and 135. That's the thing.
This.
It's a long list of people.
Yeah, Bob Arum, you brought up a good point and led me to say this, and then I'll hand it back to you. Bob Arum put his fighters up against each other early in their career. And I actually think that's a good thing. Like he don't give no soft touches. Like talk about the only person with Bob Arum that's getting a soft touch is Nico Ali Walsh, but I'll hand it back to you.
You know what? I forgot all about him. It's been so like I'm just looking at like the crop of boxers, like all like meaning you got Cepeda, you got Prograis. I mean, I'm talking about those are the elite boxers. You got Taylor, like, and even though they're not like all exclusively to America, like Taylor, he can come over here. It depends on who Bob want to put him against, or if somebody got to go over there. It's all about the A side, B side. To put it like this, it's just so many different ways that Shakur can like just come right over there and blend in. Like you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Shakur coming in there like gangbusters. The fact that Shakur is now at 135, y'all done fucked up. All the 135 people that been sitting around waiting, hoping against hope and shit. I was gonna say something perverted, but I was like, nah, I keep it PG. But waiting, for no apparent reason. Now you thought Devin was scary. You ain't gonna be able to do shit with Shakur. This is why I made the recommendation of Ryan. You might as well drop out, dude. There's no way for you to go. There's no way you can hide neither.
And the funny part about all that is that like Shakur can blend right in. Like say after the Lomachenko fight against Jermaine Ortiz, after that fight. If Devin Haney decides to move up because he can't make the weight no more, Shakur will be fighting Lomachenko type thing. Like he could get a belt right away because Bob gonna think somebody gonna think it's an easy touch. Put it like that, and Shakur might get the belt, and then we're tanking all of them at. They on the outside still looking in, talking about they circus champs. That's the part I don't get.
If Devin throws those belts up, throw them up for grabs.
Yeah.
If fucking, I guarantee you, somebody will orchestrate a fight where Ryan can become champion because for all his talk, all his money he made, he has never been a champion. Ever.
I kind of agree with that. I kind of do. I feel like somebody will invest in getting one of those belts from that particular situation if Devin Haney give them all up because he moved up. You see what I'm saying? Like. That's where PBC come in at, or like you said, maybe what's that Dazzin that Ryan Garcia is on? Yeah, somebody gonna find a way to finagle one of them belts.
That's what they gonna do. My bad, man.
Finagle one of them belts.
They gonna finagle a matchup where it's gonna be like him and somebody else we don't know that's gonna be fighting for the vacant WBA or IBF or WBC or whatever. Probably more than likely the vacant WBC belt.
Oh
Shakur
Lord.
gonna have to try like hell to get a title fight. He gonna have to try like hell unless him and Devin decide to go at it. You know,
Well,
and it is what it is. If Devin don't get him that opportunity, Shakur, it remains to be seen, and I do hope for the best. Excuse me, I do hope for the best, but I think that he's gonna be put in a holding pattern. Ain't nobody going to fight him.
you
Hate
know
to
what
say
I
it like that. Go
you know
ahead.
what I like you know what I like about that matchup between Ryan Garcia and Tank though is that like you have a guy who's kind of has experience. I mean, Ryan is a prospect, don't get me wrong. But I felt like when he fought the guy what's his name? Campbell. When he fought Luke
Luke
Campbell,
Campbell.
I felt like that was his moment to like learn a little bit more. But if Tank is short and if he can keep the range, put it like this, he's just a long guy. So Tank is a guy who got great foot movement and watch out for his shots, of course. But then Ryan got shots today. It's a good fight if they fight. I'm not gonna knock the fight because I feel like they both are prospects to me. That's just my
Yeah.
opinion. You know.
But it's just, but see, Ryan to me is not he doesn't fight to me like dangerous people. You're never gonna know how good he is. He could be good because he do got speed on him, man. He do got pop.
Yeah.
But we will never know because he will never challenges himself. It never would have ever happened. If he think he can beat Tank, then he sees something that and it'd probably be the speed because if Rolly was a little bit more faster and a little bit more disciplined,
Yeah.
Rolly could have done something with Tank. I look at Tank's fight with Isaac Cruz and Rolly Romero and say, you got challenged right there real hard. You're very fortunate that you came up on the winning side. But like
Yeah.
with Rolly, he caught Rolly slipping. I ain't making no excuse, but that's what you can count on with Rolly. Nigga, you ain't disciplined enough to fight somebody who can box, like a Tank Davis, Shakur Stevens, or Devin Haney. You're not disciplined enough, and you're gonna catch it every time. That's Rolly. But
Yeah.
now you talking about Isaac Cruz, got like the perfect defense / offense. That pick and boot shit worked good for him. I don't know if it's because his height. He is determined. He is focused, and you ain't getting in his head.
Yeah.
So got that one. Now you got Shakur. I think Richardson Hitchens is at 135. I think. But he's another excellent boxer. Oh my God, can this dude? I think sometimes the way he boxes is sometimes more sweeter than everybody else. He
Really?
definitely don't have no power though.
Yeah.
None whatsoever. I don't even know if he got pop. But I know if you keep hitting somebody and you don't get to hit them back, that can make anybody upset. So Richardson gets people out of there because he frustrates them. He make them quit their game, and he constantly you can't keep up with them. But what
Yeah.
happens when you start slowing down because you get older? I don't know. Like he gonna have to learn how to call on his power. I don't know what he gonna do with. He gonna have to learn it. But Shakur, I think Shakur got a little pop. I think he do. And for all that's his purpose, Devin might got pop because you don't see nobody just running up on him, like running through him. But
Well,
between
lately you haven't. Well, lately we haven't. Yeah, you're right. He got popped now.
he might have practiced hard. He might not be a power puncher. He's another one. I mean, the skill level of Devin is just fucking ridiculous. But I say that about Shakur too. But I believe with all my heart, if they fight, that Shakur will beat the brakes off Devin. I just see that. I see it.
And they
Because you
both
talking about two highly skilled boxers. Who's gonna outskill who? Shakur. Because he do things I ain't never seen Devin do.
true. True.
Yes.
You know what, and I'm gonna go back to like the piggyback off of what you were saying about like who Tank had fought in the fights that you kind of felt like he was his best at. I know you said that Cruz was his best fight, and I think you said that who else you said was his best fight? Cruz and
who was recent? Rolly.
yeah, Rolly was his best fight. But I think his best fight, when I respected Tank, his fighting bigger guys was his footwork versus Barrios. It was ridiculous. His footwork versus Barrios. Then he set him up. I said, oh man, that was the best fight for me for him as far as him fighting a bigger guy at 140. You see what I'm saying? Like, 'cause I just felt like his footwork told the story of like how he can probably fight everybody from 135 to 140. To me, you see what I'm saying? Like, but
Yeah, I feel you.
I just wonder if he can handle those guys that can box too, like that can box as well as him and got good footwork and superior game plan on how to fight you. You know, like jab you or whatever, keep you outside. You know what I mean? Like, so Tank has got a lot of good qualities. I just don't feel like he's fighting the guys he should fight to make me respect him totally. I want to respect the guy with the belt.
He's not totally being challenged. I mean,
Yeah.
granted, it's always a challenge to get in the ring. It like Isaac Cruz said, I want a rematch. Like he want that shit bad with Tank because he probably feel like he could beat Tank. But remember, he took it on short notice. Yes, he was gearing up for a fight, but he wasn't gearing up to fight Tank. Tank is an elite fighter, but Isaac Cruz took it on short notice, and look at what the hell he gave the fit that Tank. He gave the fit of a lifetime. Like that's the first time I ever seen Tank face adversity. Is with the Isaac Cruz.
That's the
Now
first time
everybody know him.
That's the first time I seen Floyd sweating bullets standing up.
Yeah. Did he go to the Isaac fight? Yeah, he did. Did
he? He was right there at the ringside. He looked like he was begging God to make sure Tank won that fight.
Yeah. And then you saw at the end, Tank didn't even know if he won. You saw he was acting and looking when the ref he was like nervous. Like that was gonna be his first L. I'm telling you, like, so to me, 135 shook up. And to me, the top dogs at 135, I have to give it to the Alpha and the Omega. See, I want y'all to know I am fully respecting motherfucking Devin Haney. He got all the hardware. He's the Alpha and Omega. He's the numero uno.
You know what, though? He's turning into the bad guy a little bit to me, though, because you know what? I like the Devin Haney that focuses. Same thing with Clarissa Shields. You're my fighters. Devin Haney and Clarissa Shields, you are my fighters. But when I see y'all going at these menial situations because he have an opinion and then turn it into like a thugged out thing and then make Keshawn pop his top, like as far as provoke, that makes me wonder like about you. So now I'm looking at you as the villain. I'm not looking at you as the constant professional.
Well, he was. Well, when you, it's one thing to strive to be on top. There's a whole nother thing to stay on top. That's a whole nother ball game, a whole nother show or whatever. Because like getting there is one thing. You can persevere all you want. It's gonna take something else. You want to have to dig a little deeper, staying there, staying on top. And the thing is, he's going through that right now, as he should, as anybody would, like you got to return the Super Bowl team. The pressure to stay, in the playoffs, and that pressure ain't nothing to play with. And so Devin is human and all that stuff, but I think that Shakur would beat him. Just I think Devin's long career of not having too much adversity is going to wind up being the one thing that hurt him.
And you know what? And that what you just said right there is basically the exclamation point in the whole situation. Mm-hmm. I would rather him have like ignore that and just basically like kind of like show, because people going to basically look at it and judge you whether you respond or not. So if you don't respond, it might have been worked in your favor in the long run, because people going to judge either way, whether you respond or you don't respond. They're going to take it like, okay, well, why is he flipping out on that person? Like I just feel like that he should have just allowed Keshawn Davis to have his opinion about Shakur moving up now, and boom, he gonna come for them belts. That's his opinion. You're the champion already. You take that and you absorb it in and concentrate on your fight and watch what the fans might do. They might say, okay, well, I'm glad he didn't respond to that. You know, boom, because people are just gonna look at it for what it was. But when he responded back, it really turns it into something else. He just kind of threw flame onto the situation. I really think
But I'm saying, why would he be mad?
he was mad.
He was mad because he you can see, like I said, if you go back and watch Shakur's last fight, you see Shakur in the background like, say it. he's egging him on. They just call his name, and Shakur finally does. Why be upset? That's what you want. When you become undisputed, that's what's come with the territory. People gonna call your name. People gonna challenge you. Everybody gonna want you. It's gonna be a headache. It's like with Canelo going through. Y'all fight each other. Stop waiting on me. Now, I don't even like Canelo, but that was true words, right?
Yeah. These guys, if they fight, like, I don't care. Put it like this: if they fight, like, say with the Conceição and Shakur fight, I didn't lose respect for Conceição, even though he lost, like, maybe he only won like 3 rounds. But like, if these guys fight like at a younger age, Shakur and Haney, or anybody that's a Payda or Prograis, or like all of these guys that's about to fight, we don't lose respect for them. People are just gonna look at it as like a memorable moment, depending on how good the fight is. They all stock still rises. You never know, like in a situation like that. Fans are just fans. See what I'm saying? It's not like a what you call it, like a it's not like a ritual. With me, it's not a ritual. Like, whereas though I'm gonna like you tomorrow because I liked you today. Like, I'm gonna like you forever. I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna just look at you as how I weigh you. Like, dang, those were some great fights that person had. Like, I still respect Hank Lundy, even though he lost a ton of fights. You see what I'm saying? It's just about how you are as a person. You see what I'm saying? Like, how you go about losing or winning, or what you do the next time. For me,
if my boy Bud don't like him, I don't like him.
Yeah.
that's when my bias would show up. But like calling some or really just speaking on actual factual shit, I would never be I wouldn't disrespect dude or nothing like that. But I do look at it like, I don't know what you said or did. I mean, I knew something, but for the big why you even go there talking about his family, Hank Lundy. But hey, you crossed the line with Bud, you crossed the line with me too.
Yeah, I forgot what he said, but I know them women showed up to his dad going his what you call it, his workout.
he put him down. I don't
was
even want to repeat. Like, I don't even like negative talk like about people or whatever. That's why I don't understand why Broly always said, he always calling somebody ugly. With your ugly ass. I'm like, huh? Why you keep saying that? That don't even make sense. And Keshawn Davis is far from ugly, Broly. Let me let you know that. Far from it. Okay.
I like it. Yeah.
And Broly called it, what's his name? He called Devin too. Yeah, say Devin ugly. Again, another young man that's far from ugly.
That's he a beta male. He got to say things like that because he's still in his kid stage. Like, you don't have a characteristic. What you have is like a following. So you're a gimmick. You're a gimmick, Rolly. You're a gimmick. That's the way I look at Rolly.
He better shut up, because I think Keshawn gonna send him to what E-Thriller say, sleep experts. I think he gonna send him there like quick, because I mean, listen, I'm from Virginia, and I ain't saying Virginia is the baddest motherfucker state in the world, but it's a cool state. But I'm gonna tell you, I have a Virginia accent. Y'all can't hear it because it only comes out when I'm mad, and I heard it in Keshawn. Like he said, I'm not mad, but he was pissed off. And it's okay, Keshawn. It's okay to have emotions, which you never want to be out there to all the guys. You don't want to be non-emotional, because then you'll be a person that has no remorse, and you'll be certified crazy. People who don't have emotions at all, you need to run from them. But Keyshawn just wanted to advocate and say, I ain't mad at I ain't mad. I'm just talking my shit. It's okay to be mad. If Devin popped his shit and was kind of like out of pocket or whatever, and you felt like you had to say something. And that's the difference between Keshawn and maybe Shakur and others. He gonna say something right then and there. Because that's just who he is. And he was like, he talked about Earl. He talked about Frank Martin. I didn't know who he was referring to when it was the daddy thing, but now I guess you filled it in, Ronald, with the oh boy, Devin Haney. So I'm like, God damn. But I can hear it in his voice. I can see his eyes.
Yeah.
Man, he like brought me back home. I said, oh, this nigga is mad. Okay,
Yeah, that's what got me. The eyes. I said, this boy like a demon.
Yeah, he mad. He hot.
was
He hot
mad.
under that collar.
Yeah, but he was
And
acting like he was controlling
it. And that's good. You got to learn to control. Think about it. He's young as hell. The most selfish, uncontrollable of emotions type person on this earth will always be a baby. And you got to think from babyhood all the way up to adulthood, you're learning how to control your emotions. And when you're in your early 20s, you still working on that shit as if you still a kid. I mean, your brain don't even stop developing until the age of 26. That's everybody. So it's okay to be upset. Own it. That makes you human. That makes you a living thing. I ain't mad at you if you say I'm mad. Like, why you gonna do this? So since you want to say that, this is what I'm gonna say. Boop, whoop, de whoop, de whoop, de whoop. And then move on. The next day, if somebody stick a microphone in your face, go back to your smiling little beautiful self and just be your pleasant self, because he is a pleasant interview. And I've seen him many times when they stuck a mic in his face, and I was like, ooh, that nigga could have went ham with that story or with that, but he didn't.
Did you see the fight, Miss T?
Shakur? I mean,
Keyshawn versus Tienda.
Yeah, I saw it.
That fight was epic because the guy was longer than him and taller than him, and I think his record was like a superb record. Like as far as like he had like a lot more fights than Keyshawn, like 27 fights with like 17, 18 knockouts or something. But the way Keshawn was patient with him that entire fight, even though that guy was the bigger man, told me a lot about Keshawn Davis.
Yeah.
The dude is ready now to fight a lot of people.
Already.
I told everybody that today.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I told everybody that today on the on the big channel chat. I talk a lot of crap on there, and they was like, "Ron, come on, Ron, go ahead with that." I like the GOAT. I said, "He the GOAT on Twitter, and he the GOAT on that ring."
Yeah, look. He was trying a lot. When you can't control your saliva and it's all in your little beard and all that, you was trying hard. It's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was like, I was letting him live. No, dog, you was trying to knock him out. It didn't come, but it's okay. It's okay. That's what we love you for, because you're trying to be a finisher.
Oh, my bad. I'm talking about Keshawn though. I'm talking about the Keshawn.
I'm talking about Keshawn.
Yeah. He like knocked him out on his feet, kind of like, and they stopped the fight, I think.
I mean, but he was saying I was letting him live. You heard him. I'm assuming that he talking about this last fight in the interview. He was like, I'm letting him live. I'm just letting him live. I won't try to knock him out. I was like, dude, I done seen you fight.
Yeah, he did say that.
In the ring with you tried to knock them out.
Yeah, he did say that. He said I was just like going to go about my day. And then I went to record, and my coach told me, he said, as soon as he make that mistake, just hit him. And he's like, that's what he did. And it was beautiful. He hit him, and then he saw him stagger back into the ropes, and then he just kind of, he did what he's supposed to do as far as like, he had like that finish, like that Bud Crawford finish. Like he was going to sleep. And the ref just had to stop in and like, oh, whoa, this is getting out of control.
Exactly. And it's crazy because you can tell he just, maybe it's birds of a feather flocking together. They start rubbing off on each other. But also, one quality that you cannot teach, and I can say this with a straight face, because I don't know how many times you tell this to a person, they either get it or they don't. You cannot teach this. So sometimes when they fighting, when you're in a formal fight, you get glimpses of opportunities. Most people overthink them, and that's most people. They overthink. So you might see a chin open, you right there, but instead of you boop, saw the chin open, boop, hit him, you thought about it, be like, nah, because if I hit him right here, he gonna come back with whatever. Or they don't know how to think in the moment. Like,
Yeah.
And so they hesitate, is what I'm trying to say.
No, I get it. I get it.
Keshawn Davis is not a hesitant person.
You
So
can
when he
tell.
sees the opening, he's gonna be like, bam. And as he's throwing is when he's gonna be thinking about his next move. And that requires for your brain to move that at that pace, that fast of a pace. And everybody's not gonna have that ability neither.
I think he got better within 2 fights because I think I saw him when he was in Dubai like 2 years, like a year and a half ago. He didn't look that sharp at finishing. Like that was a better finisher the way he was Saturday.
I think,
or maybe just the bright lights or ESPN. I don't know.
And that's what he said in the interview too. He said, "Y'all worried about little old me with 6 fights and 0, but look, you fighting 8-round fights." Or was this weekend a 10-round fight? But you up there?
I think it was an 8-round. This
you
week.
got Nico Ali still. Nico Ali was still fighting like 4-rounders, and everybody's like, we didn't have much of a what you call a career. Okay, but
it might have been a 10-rounder. It was an 8 or a 10.
Yeah, but they were like, well, he never had a big amateur career, but that's not the boxing fans' problem. You know, he got to make it up how he can make it up. Deontay Wilder, I don't know how many times Deontay Wilder, upon turning pro, did he go low rounds. When I finally caught on to Deontay Wilder, he was going big rounds.
Well, I know after I just remember him like from his 31st fight on. Like that's when I started really getting into Wilder, like from his 32nd fight on. Like, you know. But I saw all of those previous fights, whereas though they would just look like small venues, and they could have been like you said, like 8-rounders, 4-rounders. I'm not sure, but I just know they was quick knockouts.
Yeah. Well, let me move to this thing. Tell me what you think about this. So, anywho, you guys, Andre won't be fighting Zach Parker after all. So I said, why? And my answer after reading, because I was looking for an answer. It said he chose not to fight him. It was simply his choice. Now, before everybody get their panties out of wad, it could be a money thing too. And just it's almost like Andre is taking a step back in his career. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't care what your career is, you should never want to take a step back in any kind of way or digress in any kind of way. And that fight had a purse bid. It was Queensberry won the purse bid for $305,000. And, I think the split is 60-40. That ain't shit. That ain't shit. Nope. And y'all might be like, Andre, that's all he deserved. That might be your thinking, but hey, Andre is a millionaire from fighting. And he got that money from fighting with Eddie Hearn. He made his money. He was fortunate enough to get on the Eddie Hearn train when DAZN first tried to come to America. So just like PBC, DAZN, when they first came out, they was shelling out the money. Just like PBC. They get the following. Everybody jump on that bandwagon. They get locked in. Now it's time to pull the rug from under everybody.
He was actually smart. No, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let you keep going, sis.
And that's all I was saying. He was making a personal choice because it would be a step backwards. So right now he hasn't fought Janovic, and he didn't fight Janovic because he wanted to go ahead and move up. He's been trying to get the Canelo fight. And he figured he could, just go ahead and straight get a mandatory. But when he get there with some old fugazi and shit, because they rolling the carpet out for Canelo, now he got to fight another title eliminator with Zach Parker. He can't just make a beeline to Canelo. even though that's technically not fair. It's, it's not appropriate. It's them caking for Canelo is why that shit, why he making the moves he make. And so, but in the end of the day, you're choosing not to fight Parker. That's all to say. You're just choosing. And you dropped the belt. Otherwise, you would have had to face Janovic. So you also have been made number one. You ranked number one in the WBO. I don't know what that's about. But in the end of the day, he's got to be the most unlucky motherfucker in boxing, or one of them. Now I'm done. What you gonna say?
Actually, this has been like a hot topic all day on a lot of different channels. Um, I was defending Andretti for the last week, but this morning, like you said, he got offered that small, like at the first bid, like where he was only gonna make like $183,000 or so.
Yep.
And I've been defending him since last week, but it's like at this point, he's not even coming out and talking to nobody. He made a video on his channel like 2 days ago saying like he was back in camp, like he was getting ready for a big fight. So I'm assuming that's why everybody was talking about him, because he's got a big fight coming up. But nobody know the details of it. So it's kind of hard to defend Andretti when we don't know exactly what he's doing. Like you said, he's made his money already. I almost kind of got him in a journeyman category at this point, and I'm one of his biggest fans. And it's hard for me to want to say that. I even messaged him like today, yo, dog, we over here trying to defend you, like, you know what I mean? But he ain't respond, of course. He don't talk to nobody.
Crawford was bad.
He don't talk to nobody. I'm
Yeah,
over there.
He ain't explaining it. He did. I think Andre thinks he'll say basically what he's saying. You should understand and get what he's trying to do. I get why he dropped the belt at Janovic and try to go. Because he been asking for Canelo. He been in WBO. Canelo has successfully ducked him so many times. So now with being the WBO champion, you have a chance to activate a mandatory and be like, yo, I want to fight, but now that they made Canelo some other thing, they gave him something where he don't have to like go right away. He only have to do something about mandatories for a minute. Like by the time Canelo started fighting some real motherfucking heavy hitters, it would be one heavy hitter that he may face, and then he retire. He gonna retire. Because Canelo also drinks. I don't know why I got on this, but I seen clips of him drinking. I was like, oh, you're a drinker? Okay.
He's Mexican.
But
tequila, all that crazy stuff. You see them horses? He got those horses. I'm pretty sure he be getting on them horses, them stallions, and be going crazy out there. Like Canelo's a wild boy. I'm pretty sure.
He's a tough little guy, tough young man, but hey, he did what he had to do. He made the money. And shout out, so I ain't mad at him. But
no,
I need him to fight Andre, because that to me is fair. Andre been trying. That be your next fight. But Andre, you are somebody could. I would never call Andre the duck, but I can't be mad that somebody else would call him a duck.
Who goes under the radar though? Like Jamal Charlo goes under the radar. Triple G goes under the radar. But these guys, for GGG, he unified. Like even I hate GG with a passion, but it's like Jamal Charlo had an opportunity. I look at him as like basically the elephant in the room. Like this guy should have went on and got off the choker chain contract, because look at his career now. Like, see, that's the thing. I hate getting personal with these situations, but this is what they leave us with when you see they get an offer, but they dwell on the past about an offer previous to that. What about today?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Says I was done. Like, what about today?
Just made me think about are you saying this for PBC or anybody who with any promotional company? You're not specifying like just one promotion company. You saying any and all of them who's doing you wrong or whatever, why you just don't, when you said that about Jamal?
Well. I'm saying it specifically about like the whole situation where they say Eddie. Well, I seen Eddie actually offer to talk to him, and Jamal Charlo like clowned him. But like, who's the clown now? Like, if he offering you to fight somebody on his platform, which I feel like Eddie Hearns was working for Demetrius Andrade at that time, because look at Tevin Farmer. PBC didn't want to deal with Tevin Farmer. What Tevin Farmer do? So Eddie does allow these boxers to make more money than what they're already in. So I don't understand why Jamal Charlo would turn out trying to unify if the man offering you to fight his champion on his network. You see what I'm saying? Especially when we look at your situation now with the people that you're not fighting, Benavidez. You see what I'm saying? Like Jamal Charlo used to be a great personality, how he talk loud, but you clowning Demetrius Andrade, who's kind of like more soft spoken, hippie oriented, but he can box. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get the whole, like, why are you turning down your competition thing, especially when it's for a bag, and then blaming it on the past when you don't have a pot to piss in either. So that's my whole thing. Like, I'm blaming Munguia, I'm blaming Jamal, I'm blaming not Triple G so much because he got 2 belts. See, that's the thing. GG's a little bit more consistent, like as far as like where he's at. Meaning, because I don't never look at their pockets, but them dudes are all right over there. But all we see on our side of this, on the fighters that we like, I like Jamal, I like Demetrius Andrade, I like Munguia, but we can't get them to fight. So I'm looking at them like it's like, look at these cornballs. I call it the runt division. 160 is the runt division to me. You know, I don't really favor any boxer. I just favor the spirit of the competition, the boxing. You know.
You know what that made me think of is this guy gave me advice a long time ago when I was in the Navy. Y'all know that I have hypothyroidism and I don't have a thyroid gland, so I do struggle with my weight all the time. I have to really pay attention because I don't have to eat to gain weight. So I have to pay attention, right? And so I'm in the military, so everything in the military, height, weight, you gotta be in shape, gotta be able to do your PT test, and they didn't per se give me no pass on that shit, even though I had thyroid cancer so many years before, and they totally removed mine. So the point I'm making, I was in the Navy, been dealing with this shit for years. I'm kind of at the tail end of my career. I'm at the duty. I'm in Hawaii at this time, like the duty station before I came here. This young guy, a white guy, he was kind of on the short side, so that didn't help him. And then he had a big old nose, but he was like, in a weird way, he could be considered cute. Kind of like that actor guy. I cannot think of his name. Shit. He's very popular. He do commercial, like dressing in suits. Weird guy, real skinny guy. But and he got
Weird
this
Al
big old
Yankovic. I don't know. Weird Al
huh?
Yankovic. Weird Al
Hell
Yankovic.
no. This guy, he played in was it The Pianist or one of them fucking movies like that? Cadillac Records, the white guy. But
Okay.
he be wearing the suits and shit. But when he be, when he be doing a commercial for the suits, and be a couple other guys, I was like, damn, like, so he just had a weird looking cute to him. That's how I'm describing this little young white guy that wound up working for me. And he used to always want to go to the gym. And so I always told people 3 times a week, y'all can, do the long lunch hours, go, do something, make yourself happy. Because if you happy, you'll be a better worker. That's how I always felt. So he was spending his time at the gym. Now he had some kind of medical issue too. But he was like, they would say, you want to go to the gym? Everybody would ask me. And every time I turn around, somebody like, oh, you want to go to the gym? And I'm trying to think, are they trying to fix me or what? Like, I said, let me work on T because she ain't getting it right. But I'm at the time, I don't want to go to every person say, look, I don't have a thyroid. I literally got a thyroid issue. Like, I don't feel like saying all that shit. So, but I would always pass my height weight. I'd just be right there on the borderline. So he was like, T, just one day he just said, if you went to the gym and you just practice on trying to be great at something. And don't worry about what he said. All of that will come in the wash. And I was like, what? I didn't ask this nigga shit. He just volunteered. But basically what he was saying is, don't go to the gym and try to stay in shape, keep your weight down. Go to the gym and say, I'm going to do as many push-ups as I can in 2 minutes. And if you start off and it's 3, okay, 3 today, tomorrow, and the 3rd day. But by the 4th day, let's see if we can get 4 or 5. And let's keep increasing. And every time it get easy, keep increasing on every different type of exercise you do. He said you will get in shape quicker that way if you look at it from that perspective. If you go to the gym and just, try to have a goal and then try to fix the goal instead of just trying to be great. When you was talking, I don't know why, but that's when my mind was thinking, like, if these fighters would just focus on being great, everything else will fall in line. Your money, your fame, your notoriety, your legacy, your career, you going to the Hall of Fame. Just practice on being great. In order to be great, the best got to fight the best. What's messing up in boxing is because everybody want to be considered like they're the best because they got a 0. And if you take the 0, then you ain't the best. And that's not the case. That's not the case. A lot of great fighters, excellent, great, all-time greats have taken the L. And I don't know what we could do as fans to get it back to that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people popping their collar saying whatever, whoop de whoop. And what they going to do when they take a L? It don't mean I stop loving you as a fighter.
I was just about to say that, it's like they should just let things happen accordingly. Like, and I feel like we do kind of assure them that the L don't matter. At least I feel like I do, as far as just like how I talk. Because one day somebody might think I hate a fighter, but then the next day you might can tell that I like that fighter a little bit. That should tell the fighter right there that people still gonna remember you regardless. It's just about like how you conduct yourself or how you go about your losses and your wins. I don't feel like Anthony Joshua lost any respect from losing to Usyk twice. I really don't. That's just one fan.
I never liked him that much, but I didn't hate him.
Yeah.
Shit. As long as you got Deontay Wilder in the mix, how can I love anybody else but the king? That's just my problem. That's my personal problem.
Miss T, we're gonna probably have a difference of opinion here. But I don't hate Wilder. I think I just hated that he talked. And ain't nothing wrong with talking, don't get me wrong. But like I just think he talked way too much.
He's annoying. Some people listen. I've been told that too. It's the Libra in us, man. I understand them. But but you will get people who are very much communicators, and practically everybody on YouTube are communicators. Period. If you ain't think you were, let me let you know this right now. You are a bona fide communicator. But some people conversations is left to be desired. And maybe, with Wilder, some of you guys don't desire his conversation.
I think it was the timing. I think it was the timing because he waited 10 months to talk. But then when he did talk, it was like, what on earth is going on here? You see what I'm saying?
He talked euphorically.
Yeah. That video did it for me with that music. I said, what on earth is this? On that note, I'm gonna shut up. But
no, you good. I respect everybody's opinion. You can like who you like. You do not have to like anybody I like, and vice versa. Your opinion is your opinion. I don't, only thing I always say is state facts. That's all I say. We don't have to live in lies to get a point across. If you ascertain something to be this, that, and the other, then that's what you ascertain it. You will be able to talk intelligently about what made you have that perspective. So you don't have to I be trying to debunk a whole lot of shit for a while there, it seemed like that was the kick I was on my show, debunking shit and everything. But then I was like, if it come, it come. Now like I've seen like I'm changing gears again. But like I said, when I hear something, I sit back in the cut. I always did that because I want to hear the clap back and all that. And I waited, seemed like a couple of days to me, and I could not figure out what set Keshawn off. So I was like, oh well, I'll just talk about it either way.
Exactly. You
Yeah,
right
but,
on the pulse of America, because that's what everybody's thinking today. That was like the hottest topic today across the YouTube.
I didn't. And y'all, look, I'm gonna tell y'all. First of all, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button. I'm telling you guys, I do not watch anybody's show that comes on before me.
Exactly.
The day I'm doing my show. I watch your show after, because influence can be influence. I come up with my own ideas, this, that, and the other.
Free thinking. Yeah, free thinking.
And I pride myself on it. So but I've always been doing that. I've been doing that way when I started. I said I can't watch nobody else's show, because then like you telling me that this topic was reigning supreme through a lot of people's shows is news to me, because I didn't know that. I found the interest. So basically, a lot of us content creators, we was on the same page of talking about this, because from what I see, being a Virginian myself, I know that lingo. I know how he was putting his words together and how his eyes was looking and shit. I like that motherfucker, man.
Yeah. I think he needed 2 fights that night. He needed 2 fights to not talk, to like let them bombs fly like he did on that video. That was internet Twitter. Somebody got under his skin, because Keshawn has never been out of character like that.
He's a happy-go-lucky person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I seen that, I said, and I look at Twitter. I was like, Devin over here calling them all types of shit. Your 6-0 record, you could be next. Why you worried about your core? And I think that set him off.
Oh yeah, I was like, I better watch our mouths. What Floyd Mama say, Floyd and many other people say, don't let your ass write a check your mouth. Well, don't let your mouth write a check your ass can't cash, or something like that. And I don't know between Keshawn and Devin, I don't know who could win, but I don't know.
You notice we I felt like that that Keshawn actually gained a lot of fans.
Yep.
But we noticed we didn't talk about how Errol Spence was involved with that, and other people was involved with that. It was like, so he has got to be like the person who gained from all of this.
Yeah. He did, because people like that bravado hitting at the chest. I think Earl sent out a tweet off of something that that Terrence might have said. I can't even remember, so that's why I didn't really get in talk in depth about it. But I know that Earl speaks up for Frank Martin, and he's Frank Martin is, I guess, Earl's guy 135.
Yeah.
But that shit, Frank, I don't know what you gonna do, shawty. Whatever you thought you was gonna gain, Shakur and knock everybody's dreams out. As long as Devin hold them damn belts and don't give them up, that's the alpha omega. That's the numero uno right there. But soon, there's only one person that I think can get Devin, and that's Shakur. I don't know about everybody else.
Me neither. Shakur looked really good. I gave him a B-. Bill Haney was into that too. Like, it's like it was so many people involved with that one little area of tweet, like with Keshawn Davis. Like everybody talking about this 6-0 boxer, but look at all the people that was involved with that. Like Bill, Spence, Frank Martin, Richard Hitchison.
I didn't even look to see what most of the clapback was, but I was concerned for Keshawn coming out of character.
It's extensive. I don't even know.
Be yourself.
Yeah, I don't even because it's hard for me to go on Twitter for more than like 5 or 10 minutes. But like, it's extensive. There's a lot of people involved. Like all of the boxers The belts is over the Top Rank though. They can yap, but like you said, Shakur is in the best position once Devin's out of there.
Yeah.
Which hopefully he's not. Hopefully he stay at 135. That would just make it that more exciting. But you know what I'm saying? The point is like that's what's popping over there.
Yeah,
I got
if Devin go up to 140,
yeah.
he could be one of the decent fighters. It's nothing that I could see that said, "Oh, he's shooting straight to the top." I don't. There's so many heavy hitters at 140. I don't see that for Danny Garcia. I don't see that for well, Danny went up to 154, but I don't know who else had moved up to 147.
You mean presently? I hope Josh Teller need to move up. But you mean on like the PB side or the Top Rank side?
Well, it don't. But Top Rank got all the small guys, so I mean, he got them. He got them all now. The relevant newcomers, that is. But I'm just saying, if Devin goes up to 140, it's too many people up there that are heavy
18
hitters.
of them up there. It's
I don't
18
know.
on Top Rank. That's elite boxers almost. It's 18 from 135 to 140. It's like 18 altogether. There's a lot of mixes and matches up there. It's crazy.
Yeah. And Pete Gang, Antoine Russell.
Yep.
After his last outing, he showed us some holes in his arsenal. Can Devin exploit it? Because I'm telling you, Devin is the pure boxer.
Oh, Devin's nice.
I favor a pure boxer over anybody.
He's nice. Don't get me wrong. Devin is nice. And I think since his hand surgery from 3 fights ago, I see his power coming back gradually. I see his power. A lot of people don't want to admit that. But I think Devin started to get some power.
I hope he do.
Yeah.
But I definitely know Shakur got some. And for a long time, I didn't know. But when he fought Oscar Valdez, because Oscar is a powerful dude, Oscar will sell out. He will sell out in that fight and fight you. And I seen him get caught. I was at his fight with Jamel Herring. I seen him get caught. The motherfucker can take a punch. He can take a punch and he can give it. You see him when he get mad in that ring. So that's why I say with Shakur, oh, hell yes. He always had it, but nobody want to speak on it. He always had it. He got to be careful and strategic and not let the powers that be pick and choose how his career need to be. If y'all go for the championships over and over and over again, or just stay in your weight class and defend it over and over and over again, you will start seeing endorsements increase. You will start getting fatter checks. You will start, just ride it out. Yeah. But stop letting motherfuckers like Bob Arum tell you, ain't nothing happening at 130. You don't need that undisputed. I'm mad. I don't think Shakur can ever go back to 130. But
in all honesty,
clear that out.
Miss Boxing Fans Talk TV, in all honesty, if Devin Haney was smart right after Kambosos, if he knocked Kambosos out, he better catch Shakur right after that if Lomo don't want to fight. Only reason I say that is because I gave Shakur a B- that night because I felt like that he did do a few things wrong against Robson Canseco. He hit him low a few times. But at the same token, he hasn't been able to finish boxers. He didn't finish Jamel Herring. He didn't finish Robson Canseco off. So that's in the favor of Devin being able to outbox him because I don't think Shakur is a great finisher yet.
Neither is Devin.
But the point is, if Devin knocked Kambosos out, he should fight Shakur right after that.
That way, I gotta ask you: Didn't Kambosos and Devin go to distance?
Oh yeah, they went the distance, but I think Devin's gonna knock him out this time. What I'm saying is, if he knocked Kambosos out this time, and we seen that Shakur is not a finisher, which he didn't finish Jamel Herring, he beat him up bad. Don't get me wrong, he beat him up bad. But don't you think he should have knocked out Robson Canseco? He didn't knock him out.
He could have, but that's more of a testament to Rob Canseco. But if you go back to previous fights, there were fights when he was smaller that he did knock folks out. The fact that you can't even mount up a defense or mount up any kind of routine that's going to give you the win when you get in there with Shakur, that's just crazy. As you watching Devin fighting, you can say little stuff like I wouldn't. I would say I was the main one saying, or I was one of many saying, don't sleep on Cambosa. He's a tricky little fighter,
Yeah,
and he grimy, and he dirty, and he quick, and he knows. That's the only way he beat T.O.
Devin made
T.O.
it look
had to
easy.
have something wrong with him. Plus the
Yeah,
fact that
yeah.
he was
Well,
moving.
well, you know what? Well, not necessarily. Like, think about T.O. like versus Lomo. Like those first 6 rounds. Yeah. Granted, Lomachenko was scared of him a little bit, but like, how did Teofimo really look? He didn't look as good as him trying to survive against Cambosos. I felt like he was throwing everything into the kitchen sink at Cambosos. So yeah, everybody say he was
T.O. had
hurt.
a medical condition, and
Yeah,
I
that's what they
understand
say.
people
That's
saying
what they say.
that it don't
Yeah,
matter. It's an excuse. I get it.
yeah,
But he
exactly.
had that medical condition. I don't think T.O. was 100%. That was
And you
just
know,
me
and he
personally.
might not have been, and he might have. You know, Floyd though. Floyd say, "I don't make no excuses." You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like we got to hold everybody with that same energy. Like
And,
if you,
that's what I'm holding T.O. to as well. But
yeah,
at the same time, it was what it was. That is, you caught lightning in a bottle. That's how I felt about George. That's what you did. Then you try to sit around, how can I figure out a way where I keep continuing to holding this belt? Well,
yep,
shit, if you was gonna fight Devin, that was no look, everybody. I even gave Ryan Garcia a chance to whoop his ass.
yeah.
Everybody was gonna whoop your ass, nigga. You was gonna go on the record as having the belts for 6 months at best.
Teofimo broke up a whole. I was kicking it with so many channels when Teofimo first beat Lomachenko. I cut so
Uh,
many bridges because I saw how biased they got because he was Latino, they was Latino. Like I was like, wow, really? It's like that. Y'all gonna make us believe that he's undisputed, huh?
T.O. was, but see, T.O. what happened to T.O. was happening to George too. People in his
Yeah,
ear, people talking like, he has 4 belts when technically he did, but he wasn't undisputed. But that's
yep.
what they were saying. They referred to him in so many ways as if he undisputed, and that shit got to T.O.'s head, and he couldn't help but do what he was doing. So I said,
Yep.
watch. Camboso resisted at first, which made me endear to him. Like he didn't fall for the banana and the tailpipe trick. But
Yeah.
over time he did. He started talking and referring to himself like he was King Dingaling, the undisputed guy, and he wasn't the undisputed guy. And like I said, it didn't matter if Lomo fought you, Tank, Devin, for sure. You was unasked in them belts, period. And that's what happened.
The
And
brothers got to
so,
do so
he's
much.
lucky
Bro,
he caught T.O. at the right time.
yep. The
Going
brothers.
forward,
Yep.
Camboso's got to probably look for another career because what are all y'all gonna do if y'all don't fight motherfucking Haney? But you got people like Isaac Cruz who's saying he wants the rematch bad with Tank, but you know who else he want? He want Haney, and he
Yeah.
says it respectfully. I want Haney. I want to fight him. Very respectfully. But
And you
you
know the funny thing about that is that like
never hear Haney
yeah,
come back and
they'll let
say,
they'll let him cross the street too. They'll let Isaac Cruz cross the street. Why won't they let Tank cross the street?
yeah, but I don't. But I know Isaac Cruz promotional company is Pacquiao, but I don't know who he's network wise who he signed with. But
Oh
we'll
yeah,
see.
yeah, most
We'll see.
definitely. I think Isaac Cruz is with Manny Pacquiao or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Isaac Cruz is under his banner, just like
Yeah,
Max Sale is under Pacquiao as well. That's
yeah.
his stable. Because
That's
Pacquiao
amazing.
got his promotional
That's
company. It's his little
you know what?
stable.
That's amazing how they can make that money even though they retired like that. Like I forgot like you have these little promoters that's ex boxers and stuff. You
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Miss T, I think I'm
Look,
gonna
you
get
heard
off
me
now.
yawning over here. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
look.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell y'all right quick. Y'all know I stood y'all up yesterday. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie, I did. I got to
I didn't
watch
see you
it
though. Like,
early in the morning. What was the name? Dahmer. I think it's on Hulu.
oh,
I think it's on Hulu. But see, I can't watch sick, sadistic shit like that at night. So I started watching in the morning. Before I knew it, by 2 o'clock, man, I'm still watching back to back to back episodes. I think it's like 10 episodes. Man,
Yeah.
once you start watching that shit, you can't put it down. But I
For
knew
real.
I was not going to watch it at night. But I don't like when I'm caught up in something, I can't finish it. There's a
Yeah.
couple of things that happen in my generation that I don't want to say haunt me or just bothers me. And that was the DC sniper. That's
Okay.
first and foremost because
Yeah, we
I
talked about that.
physically was living that shit. You remember that?
Yeah, we talked about that. I was living in Maryland at that time.
Oh damn, nigga, you was way close. I'm
Yeah, Austin
I'm
Hill,
way
Austin
down
Hill.
in Virginia.
Yeah, I
Man, I
remember that
wouldn't
shit.
get gas except then on the base, and I still be looking like just getting gas scared the
Yeah,
shit out of me. And I had I was a mother then, so I was like,
yeah,
oh my god, the randomness of it all. That was the biggest one that I felt closest to me that got to me. The second one was Atlanta child murders, and I remember them shits, and I was a child.
what were they called? The Atlanta Child Murders?
Atlanta child murders.
I never heard of that one.
Oh man, go look that shit up. They done made a couple of movies out that. You and I was never the same because I was living it when the shit was real time. You know,
Yeah,
the God, the crimes against children. It just, and here I am. I look just like these children, but it was mostly boys, a couple of girls, but what they had in common with my age. You know, that shit was
yeah,
fucking
like
me up. We was the same age.
9
And
or
then the
10 or
other,
something, or like what was it, like 9 or 10 or 11 or something?
yeah, like that, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah,
He was really just raping these little boys and all that. But once he went to jail, it stopped. But at that time, you didn't know if it was the Klan and you didn't know if it was who. The
oh
shit that
yeah,
was going on in Atlanta around that
yeah,
time was fucking ridiculous. Thank God I didn't live in Georgia. I grew up born and raised Richmond, Virginia, but I remember that shit was, it might as well have been next door or right outside my door. Um, the part
yeah.
that got me the most is when they talk about the young girl that was tied to a tree. When they woke up in the morning and people would come out their house, they saw this young girl tied to a tree, and she was about my age. That was killing me. That
Yeah, it's
one
hard
got
to hear that.
bad, and it shook me, and I ain't never been unshook from that shit. And the third one was the Dahmer case. That was
Yeah,
some
I remember that
nasty
one.
shit.
Yeah, I kind of remember that one like vividly, so I don't even watch it, but like I remember that time because it was Chicago, right? Was it Chicago?
Missouri, Milwaukee.
Oh, duh. So, well, the point is, I just remember the part about the refrigerator and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I remember that like
I
maybe.
remember watching, kind of like people remember the OJ case, because the case was on TV. You remember watching and looking at him like that's what he looked like. And in the 80s and the 90s and coming out the 70s, yeah, damn Sean Gacy, Ging. Well, that was in the 50s. And then you had Ted Bundy and all that, man. And that was in the 70s, like coming into the 80s. And all this shit was going on. And then you had the technology boom with the internet and everything, which I have no idea how you go from none of that shit to that shit overnight.
Yeah,
And you be like, boom, like the economy was off the chain. You quit one job Monday, have a whole nother job by Wednesday, a whole nother career, like career type jobs. It was
yeah,
just money everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And then you
yeah.
had all these crazy people doing whatever. And it was whew. I would say the shit affects you and you don't even know it. Cause I can look back and say it was things like that that have shaped my life, because at times I make a lot of decisions out of fear.
I
I
heard
ain't gonna
that.
lie, I make a lot of decisions out. They be good ones, yeah, good right decision. Like I will only travel on the main highway. I know when I just gotta clarify because it ain't like no gruesome decisions, y'all. I'm talking about simple shit like I will never get off 95 South or
You don't do
north.
routes, in other words. You don't do routes
I don't do them shits. Hell
or
no.
roads. And
And
I
that's
said, I
how I
heard,
know them. Yeah. rock
Yeah.
65. Nah, I ain't doing no shit like that. If it's
I
a
heard
main
you.
highway, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do nothing. I don't do nothing but main
Off the
highway.
highway, right to home. Back on the highway, right to where you're going. Like I heard you.
Yeah, and I don't. When I get a hotel room, I ask how I go to where it's real safe, and I be real strategic about the hotels I pick.
Well, you're a
You know what I'm
female. If
saying?
you don't have a male companion with you, I don't blame
Mm-hmm.
you. You know, that's only
And
right.
if I had a male companion with me and we needed some ice, we're like, we going to get ice. If I gotta go talk to the front desk, we going to the front desk.
I
Oh, I don't roam the hotels, but
hear you.
it's
Hey,
simple
you know,
shit
you're
like
aware.
that.
You're
But
aware. That
that's
that's life.
what women do. Yeah,
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
But it was those cases that made me like this. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I know it directly has something to do with why I choose the things and do the things I do. Not that they were anywhere close to me, but like, hearing stuff like Atlanta child murders, put it this way, or even the Jeffrey Dahmer, to run across this motherfucker was eating folks. I would walk when I was young. Of course, I still thought I was invincible like any young person. So
Yeah.
I did take chances. I did go through the woods. I did, do some stupid shit that I would never want my kids to do. But when I would walk home, and if it's at late at night, it's dark outside, I walk in the middle of the street.
You know what? I kind of do that now still. Hey, like while I walk on the curb, somebody could jump out and grab you or something, or be like a jumping or something, or a robbery. Like walk where the light is, the street. If ain't nobody on it, walk in the street where the light is.
Yeah.
I do that. I do that.
Ray New just said, "Hey Miss T, they just announced that Coolio passed away today. Rest in peace, Coolio.
Yeah, condolences.
He's an
That's a
older gentleman. I don't know what he was into. You know what? You get a certain age and everybody just stop passing away. That's scary too.
it
But
is.
yeah, rest in peace, Coolio. Al Money, what's up? What's poppin', Al Money? Welcome to the building." He said, "Damn, rip Coolio." But yeah, like the street lights. I mean, and let it be a street that got woods on one side or like woods on the other, or I walk if nigga straight in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
And people can be like, what the fuck? Because every now and then the car coming. You know what I'm saying? I
Yep.
couldn't do it if it was a real busy street. Y'all think I'm joking? Like I'm talking about one track, one way up and one way down, like left and right side of the road. No sidewalks. I'm walking in the middle of the street. Because I say to myself, if I don't walk in the middle of the street and somebody jump out these woods, they got me. If I'm on that side or the other side. But if I'm
No
in the
doubt.
middle of the street and you want to jump, ain't no surprise in me. Because now
Yeah.
it's a fair fight, or back then I could run. Now I could run. And that was my calculus for why I need to walk in the middle of the street. Of course, looking back, that sounds idiotic.
Yeah.
But I ain't
It was great talking to you, Ms. T. I enjoyed every minute of it, and I enjoy your platform. And hey, I'll be tuning in again coming tomorrow or next week. Or we ain't got no fights this week. You believe that?
I know. Now, next fight, y'all, is on the 8th. So it'll be hit and miss. If it's some news, I told you guys too. If it ain't nothing for me to talk about, I ain't gonna fluff and I ain't gonna just do a show all the time just to do a show. If I find something interesting, then we'll talk about it. I would tell
I'm
you guys,
tuning
keep
in.
your eyes on Tyson Fury, because he's up to, like I said, it was all bullshit. They've been trying to take his thing. He kind of retired because he don't want to fight. Well, y'all know the update is him and AJ is not going to fight. He blames it on the fact that AJ missed the deadline way back in September to secure a fight with him. Bullshit a lot though. September 2nd was the deadline for them to tell him they was going to pay him $500 million. August 26th was the deadline for WBC to take his motherfucking belt, because he not, he don't want it. He want to do it his way. That's
Yeah, he's
Tyson
not
Fury
defending.
problem. He just want to do shit the way he want to do it. Had they took his belt, Hellenius and Wilder would have been fighting for the vacant WBC, and somebody else too. But
Yep.
he didn't want to give it up.
Yep. I can't disagree with you on none of that, and I think it's going to be a rough road for Tyson Fury. He's struggling. He's struggling to get a fight because he want to do it his way, like you said. But that ain't how business works. Like what they call it, business. You know, like ain't nobody gonna just sign a contract right up. They're gonna look over the terms, like you said. You know what I mean? Like AJ, he just gave AJ all of that, and now they want to fight some bum that ain't even ranked. Like, come on, man. Like, please. He might
I'm
lose the belt.
telling y'all, keep your eye out on this fucking liar, because that's
Yeah.
all he. And just watch how this nigga get to do shit that nobody else get to do. And I don't know if that is all the perks that they giving him for beating Wilder, for humbling Wilder. And the last thing I want to put out, Caleb Plant wants to fight Canelo for the second time, and they probably get his way. And he said he'd rather have a rematch. People starting to say, "Is you scared of Benavidez?" You know, I love the way Caleb Plant talk. Fuck Benavidez. but
Man.
Caleb Plant, let me let y'all know this. Caleb Plant is another great boxer who don't hit hard. He gonna have a hard time because everybody that he needs to get in with to get a belt off of or get an opportunity hits hard, and he got it. And if he not hitting hard, they're gonna totally just walk right through him. But
Yeah,
he's a boxer. That's all he knows.
Yeah, he's a finesse boxer.
And he has to make a living off it. That's the career he chose. So you know what? I ain't mad at Caleb Plant going forward. The moves that he make, he's gonna make money moves, y'all. That's all. And if he so happened to luck into an opportunity to get a belt and he get one, so be it. Because he's an excellent fighter, but he ain't got no pop. And at this point, he that's what he need. He just made $22 million fighting Canelo.
Goodness gracious.
Exactly. 12 on the back end, 10 up front.
Damn.
He just became a father too. Shout out to Caleb Plant, and congratulations to him and his wife. But yeah, Caleb is making power moves. I ain't mad at him. And that's all I have for today.
You know what? And in that situation, I look at all of the turmoil that Caleb Plant went through. Like I heard his story about how all of those people that was close to him had, had their demise. So in that sense, I can't be mad at him for getting that bag. But his boxing skills, as far as like who he fights, like he should have been for Benavidez, Jamar Charlo maybe. Like PBC need to do something over that side of the street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but he's fighting Darrell. That's a good fight. But he's fighting Darrell. That's a good fight. I think.
Yeah, Darrell got dog in him sometimes, but Darrell is also 39, so he's working on the remnants of his abilities. But his wife is supportive of him boxing, so that's a good thing. He don't have no apprehension. Al Money said, "Miss T, I've been in here. I hit the like button and spoke. I don't comment a lot because I'm driving. I feel you, Al Money, and shout out to all who's listening." Who at work right now, because I get a lot of people who work that second shift or be working into the night that be listening. Thank you guys for listening. I hope I entertained you guys or gave you some good information and what have you. But thank you for joining me. You got anything to say before we close it out, Ronald? Right now.
Appreciate everybody. Al Money, appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate you, of course, Miss T. And that's what it is. See y'all tomorrow. Same time, different day,
Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow if we not somewhere under the water. I don't mean to laugh. Let me stop that. The hurricane coming through in the next couple of days. I think it makes landfall on Thursdays. I don't know what it means for my area. You had a lot of people out there filling up their gas tank, getting water, getting ice. I'm just looking around like, do we got food that we don't need to cook? I don't have no ice or nothing, but I don't think it's gonna be that bad because the way it's hitting, I believe it's hitting in Miami first or down that area in the lower part of Florida. You guys be safe out there, especially if you're on the East Coast. We are officially in hurricane season, and we don't know how it's gonna do what it do. Now, another hurricane had destroyed something, not our country, but y'all know them hurricanes be coming out from Africa area. Y'all know that shit, and they come way over here and run through us like nobody business. But
You
I'm
know what?
used
I learn something new every day.
Yeah, they be coming off the water from over there. The hurricane and the tornado is the same thing. One over
Gotcha.
land, one over water. Now I don't do tornadoes. I know I just said they the same, but in my limited mind, no, they not. I ain't doing no tornado. I'm not even fucking with no tornado at all. So if your state is near tornadoes, because I would imagine either we're coming out of tornado season or we're going into, I don't know the seasons for tornadoes. I know that it's all about the level of the ground. If you live in flat landed areas like Oklahoma, it's really just flat land. That is a perfect environment for a tornado. If you live in areas like here in Georgia, we get tornadoes. They don't sustain because our land is not level. It's not flat.
All right.
So,
I'm sending you a movie suggestion in the private chat. So, and I'll
okay.
talk to you later. Good movie suggestion. TV show is a series. You
All
might
right.
like it.
Don't
Okay.
If it's scary, don't send me no scary
Oh
shit. I don't do
no,
scary.
no.
Uh,
It's more like a mind-boggling series.
okay.
But
I
but
like
I
that.
enjoyed it, and I'm hoping you will too.
I
It's a all
appreciate it. I'll give it a look. See.
right. I'm gonna make sure you see it before I get out. Who? Okay.
All
Here it go. So I'm sending it now
right.
from the man who fell from I think it's from Earth. Yeah. Boom.
I think I think I know what you're talking about.
That was a really
It's
good
been out a
series.
minute.
Yeah, I caught it on
Okay.
Showtime. I caught it on Showtime. It's really good. I
Okay.
like that series.
TV
All
show
right,
The
Miss
Man Who
T.
Fell from Earth.
One
Okay.
love.
One love to you too. Thank you for coming through and
All
chopping
right.
it up with me, spending time with your girl.
Oh yeah, I like when you talk topics. That's what we do. We like the sport. We talk about the sport. We invest in the sport. Like this is my soap opera. Boxing is my soap opera. Watching it on
It is.
Saturday, that's my soap opera. I love you. See you later, Miss T.
I love you too, dog. Love you too.
All right, peace.
Peace. And yeah, I like to talk about things outside of boxing too. Sometimes not too much, but everybody's multifaceted. We all are here, and we try to be. But I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I stood you guys up yesterday. I could not. I had to finish it before it got dark. That's my scary ass. You know what I'm saying? But man, yeah. Uh, I was able to watch it. It had been out for a minute on, like I said, I think it's Hulu. It had been out for a minute, Dahmer, and I wouldn't watch it. And I said, okay, you lived through this shit, like, on live TV, like the shit was happening in your lifetime. So, then I started watching it, and I was like knee deep in the episodes, and my daughter came to me. She said, oh, yeah. She started talking about it like she knew. I was like, what? You won't even born. Like, how you know? But, like, oh, my God. Like, the Niecy Nash character, I can't even imagine, that shit just, it was very informative. Like, if you didn't know something, you learned then. Yeah, you can always, I hate to say this, but like, with Ronald, we was talking about the Atlanta child murders. You can say Atlanta child murders. You can find everything you need to know online about that and look up the movie and watch the movie that they did. And I mean, they just replayed it with commentary on was it HBO? HBO or Showtime, one of them. And you can, if you got those pay channels, you can do the on demand and put that in, and you'll see that whole series again. That shit right there rocked me to my core. But like I said, I was grown, and I felt like I was susceptible of being one of those folks when the DC sniper was going on, because I was scared beyond belief with that one too, and I was a mother. So anywho, y'all, thank y'all for joining me and all that. Oh, I didn't play my commercial. Stay tuned for a word from our sponsor. I'm always playing it at the very end. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please hit like, share, and if you haven't subscribed already, hit that. And watch me on when you watch me on replay. Leave a comment or whatever. Any questions that you may have, hit me up at boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. That's boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. Thank you for any cash apps or whatever. If you sent any while we've been here and I missed it, then my bad. But if I want to thank people in the beginning of the show and the end, because I be, sometimes I get them, but I'm not nowhere near the computer. We offline. And then I'll be like, okay, I'm going to thank them tomorrow. And I never get around to it because I forget. So that's my way of curing it. Thank you for any cash apps that you send, and I'm going to say it in the beginning and I'm going to say it at the end. Other than that, y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Stay safe out there. Yeah, Bonnie King says stay safe. Everyone, yeah, y'all be careful. Be current on your news and what's going on and where it is. I think as it come up the East Coast, probably going to develop into a tropical storm. It still could be a surge. It could be powerful. We don't know. But make sure you got batteries. You know where your towels and stuff like that. Make sure you charge up your phone real good. Just little stuff like that. And lock all your doors. Your alarm's probably not going to be on, but lock all your doors and, have your peace and steel with you. Y'all know what I mean. Have it right beside you. Good flashlight and all. But anywho, when you know better, you do better. And I'm going to say peace in my Pamela James voice from Martin. Peace. I'll see y'all tomorrow.